Let's jump straight into Libya. A lot of interesting things seem to have happened in the last couple of days. What's this one? This is from Thursday's Metro, so today's Metro. The headline is "Armors Rebels Plead as They Give Ground." So there's been plenty of news lately that the rebels are being fought back. You know, we've got a little map here of Misrata, Ajdabiya, and Brega. We're not even saying these right. Being in rebel hands, and then 4 other places, obviously Tripoli, being in Gaddafi's hands. So they've been pushed back. The rebels were marching off to the east there, and now it says in here, sorry, but then they got pushed back to the west. So the camera keeps moving out of focus. I apologise for that. Again, just trying to set it differently. But it says in here that the rebels expressed surprise at the strength and supplies Gaddafi's troops could call upon, and demanded weapons as well as airstrikes from the Western allies. So here we've got, I guess, a kind of new twist here. The rebels are saying, don't just give us the political support, though you know the articles say they seem to appreciate that, but give us weapons as well. There was another article that I'd not gathered here, and again I think it was from the Evening Standard, possibly, where one commentator was saying they wouldn't know what to do with the weapons anyway, so it would actually be a fool's errand to give them these weapons. But then what we've got is this idea that, and this is in today's Times, the London Times, that arms for the rebels could end up in al-Qaeda hands. And no kidding, no kidding, because we already know that al-Qaeda is actually within the rebel forces. You know, we said yesterday that a British military spokesman, I can't remember the name, said, you know, there will be a certain amount of al-Qaeda in the rebel groups. And of course there will be. If you are al-Qaeda, let's assume that they're not a you know, CIA-funded organisation. If you are this kind of splinter terrorist group, of course you're going to want to get in with the rebels. And you will get in with the rebels. No one's going to be able to stop you. So, by virtue of that, of course, if we arm the rebels, al-Qaeda will get weapons. This is obviously going to happen. The interesting thing here is there's a subheading that says that Obama signs secret order allowing CIA to send in private contractors to Libya. Now, let's just have a quick look over here. So it says private American contractors could be sent to Libya. Could be. Just note that word. As of today, this morning in the Times. So private American contractors could be sent to Libya to help the rebels fighting Colonel Gaddafi, under plans being considered in Washington, even though the weapons could fall into the hands of al-Qaeda. A former Pentagon official, completely unnamed in the article, told the Times yesterday that one option to be discussed was the use of contractors instead of United States troops. Right. So Obama signs a secret order allowing CIA to send in private contractors. The CIA send in the private contractors. The private contractors are being handled by the CIA. Right. So it goes on to say this has worked well in the past, such as when the US company MPRI provided military training for the Croatian army in 1994 in the civil war with the Serbs. So here we are again. CIA. We've got a US company, MPRI, providing military training for the Croatian army. Military training provided by perhaps individuals who are applying for jobs on the MPRI website, but they're able to do that because it's the CIA that are authorised to send in private contractors. So, interesting. If you go to the MPRI.com website, just having a look over here, it's basically a list of, you know, let's have a look. Collection manager, SIGINT analyst, HUMINT analyst, Sydney operator, COIN senior advisor, program manager, route clearance, integration specialist, you know, military, Afghanistan, Africa, what have we got there? Oh, it's all Peace Corps in Africa, it says. Bosnia, organised crime technical advisor in Bosnia, District of Columbia, electrical power engineer, Equatorial Guinea, Germany, Iraq, loads of Iraq, Kuwait, Texas, Ukraine, Virginia again. So this is the MPRI.com website, who are obviously, it's like something out of the A-Team, this, who are obviously recruiting military, industrial complex professionals here. So MPRI, or a similar company, are going to go and, under the direction of the CIA, going to go and drop these specialists in there. To do what? To train the rebels. So they'll arm the rebels, and then they'll go in and train them to use these weapons. But regime change isn't part of the UN mandate. I mean, obviously they're going in to get rid of Gaddafi, right? They're going to go take him out. Let's have a look. Last night, so this is Thursday, so basically on Wednesday this week, the US government officials confirmed Mr. Obama has already signed an order. Yet, we were talking about, they were thinking about it, they were having a discussion. So, Obama, on Wednesday night, has already signed the order authorising covert CIA support for the rebel forces in Libya. The secret order paves the way for CIA military specialists, or those hired through private companies, to join the rebels just as they did in Afghanistan in 2001, just as they did in Croatia. And we're seeing a pattern here, aren't we? This is what they do. So instead of putting US troops in, go get private contractors, put them under the CIA, and follow the CIA's instructions. Interesting. So here we've got an article saying he signed it. He signed the order last night, Wednesday. There's something else actually. There's another reference to that in a second. But here we've got what's his role? William Hague of the British government, who's the Foreign Secretary, I believe, expelled some Libyan diplomats yesterday. So David Cameron, Prime Minister, said Britain would not rule out arming Libyan rebels to protect civilians. He said the UN resolution would not block the supply of weapons in certain circumstances. So again, Britain, as usual, is going along with whatever I was going to say the CIA, but it is whatever the US government wants, and they're going to go and arm the rebels. They're going to say it, because this is what they do, right? They say we could do something, and then they go and do it. Interestingly, Muammar Gaddafi's foreign minister was last night believed to have defected and flown to Britain. He flew into Farnborough Airport in Hampshire, which is in the southeast of the UK. So, Wednesday night, we've got an executive order being signed by Obama to put the CIA, or get CIA to put together squads and go in, support the rebels, arm the rebels, and then we've got Gaddafi's foreign minister coming into Farnborough Airport, by the way. Farnborough Airport is just about the most military airport, I'm looking for a reference here, that you could possibly find in the UK. It's literally, every 2 years there's a big air show at Farnborough, and the next one is in fact this year in July. And last year, they have like the trading week, and then the public like you and I can go for the weekend and go and look at the planes and things. A lot of the exhibits and the planes disappear because in that trading week is when all of the secret deals get done. And for example, last year, $47 billion of orders were taken in that week. And this is everything. This is satellite systems, plane systems, unmanned vehicles, orders of civilian craft, weapons systems, what do you call them? Rockets, and the other thing that I've forgotten, missiles. And if you go to Farnborough.com, I'll put a link in this here. If you go to Farnborough.com, you'll see that the Farnborough International Airshow is. There's a kind of link, and the way they say it is the airshow in Bahrain this year in association with Farnborough Airshow. So, you can get the idea of what this airport really is about. And by the way, it's about 6 miles away from here. So, interesting little connections there. The way these threads seem to come together, isn't it? So we've got this timing, executive order. Gaddafi's foreign minister coming over, goes into Farnborough. We know what Farnborough's like. Farnborough is not a civilian airport by any means. There's more that gets going on there. Nobody around here gives a crap.